This week's memory scripture is Jeremiah 29:11. You could have students orally practice, or they could do a written practice as well. Today's Bible lesson is coming out of the book of Luke, chapter 10, verses 38 to 42. The story is on Mary and Martha. And so Jesus came to their village, and Martha welcomed him into her home. And each sister decided what they felt was the best thing to honor their Lord. Martha wanted to serve and cook for the Lord, and Mary wanted to sit at Jesus' feet. Both sisters had a great heart in what they were doing for the Lord, but Jesus wants us to know that a relationship with him is the most important thing, that we could serve him and he wants us to serve him, but he wants us to spend time with him in prayer and in the word. That is the most important thing. And so I hope you enjoyed. Today's writing lesson is from week 27. Today will be a narration exercise where I read the story, students answer the questions, and they write something that they remember from the story. And so this week will mainly be a review week of sentences. It's just kind of practice. It's going to be practicing different things. After the lesson, I will put up a picture of a board that will have sentences that students can write correctly on the back of their workbook page. The title of today's story is The Real Princess by Hans Christian Andersen. So I will begin. There once was a prince who wished to marry a princess, but then she must be a real princess. He traveled all over the world in hopes of finding such a lady, but there was always something wrong. Princesses he found in plenty, but whether they were real princesses, it was impossible for him to decide. For now one thing, now another, seemed to him not quite right about the ladies. At last he returned to his palace quite cast down, because he wished so much to have a real princess for his wife. One evening a fearful tempest arose. It thundered and lightened, and the rain poured down from the sky in torrents. Besides, it was as dark as a pitch. All at once there was heard a violent knocking at the door, and the old king, the prince's father, went out himself to open it. It was a princess who was standing outside the door. What with the rain and the wind, she was in a sad condition. The water trickled down from her hair, and her clothes clung to her body. She said she was a real princess. Ah, we shall soon see about that, thought the old queen mother. However, she said not a word of what she was going to do, but went quietly into the bedroom, took all of the bedclothes off the bed, and put 3 little peas on the bedstand. She then laid 20 mattresses one upon another over the 3 peas, and put 20 feather beds over the mattresses. Upon this bed the princess was to pass the night. The next morning she was asked how she had slept. "Oh, very badly indeed," said the princess. "I barely closed my eyes the whole night through. I do not know what was in my bed, but I had something hard under me and am all black and blue. It has hurt me so much." Now it was plain that the lady must be a real princess, since she had been able to fill the 3 little peas through the 20 mattresses and 20 feather beds. None but a real princess could have had such a delicate sense of feeling. The prince accordingly made her his wife, being now convinced that he has found a real princess. The 3 peas, however, were put into the cabinet of curiosities, where they are still to be seen, provided they are not lost. Wasn't this a lady of real delicacy? Okay, in 3 to 5 sentences, could the students explain to me what was the queen's plan to find out if the princess was a real princess? Here are sentences that students can practice on the back of their workbook page sheet. They usually tear it out and they number their paper 1 to 4 and they edit the sentences. Please make sure to include that in your assignment sheet today when you send the email to me tonight.